So we are on our way to Choquequirao, and suddenly we see this. Let's see what's on the other side. From this viewpoint, we can see some parts of Machu Picchu. It's just us over here, and if you look to the side you can see more ruins and a waterfall, and again no other tourists whatsoever.
The view today looks like very foggy, very cloudy,
And this is the second part of the pass. Holy shit. This is what it looks like to get organized to a 10-day independent trek. So we have all our food, energy bars, coffees, soups, pasta, and first aid kit, gas stoves, all the clothing, lots of stuff. Show us where we are going.
This is the right side on the phone.
It's not the right map.
Now I can see where we're going.
Take two.
We are here in Totora. We're gonna make it all the way down today to Chiquitza, then hopefully back up to Santa Rosa, where we're gonna sleep tonight.
Alright, so we made it here to Totora, the town where we will begin our trek. A nice town, mountain scenery, a little bit cloudy right now. A grueling 4-5 hour drive here. But here we are, and we're ready.
Seems like a little dam. I guess in winter time you can shut the dam and allow water to stay upstream, and then in summer when you need the water, Hey Emry,
How are you doing?
what do we see here?
So here we see a mountain, which is name I don't know, but it was covered in clouds, the entire trail here. And now finally we see it's peaked, and it's beautiful.
And this is our way. We're gonna make it down to that river on the bottom. That's about 1,000 meters below us.
Okay, so this is almost the last stop for today, the village of Chiquisca. You can camp here, but we're choosing to move forward, cross the Rio Apurimac, and sleep in Santa Rosa on the other side of the river. And there is our little village that we're not sleeping in. Now we're crossing Rio Apurimac River and then going up all the way there to our campsite. Alright, so we made a little bit of a bad decision today trying to get all the way to Santa Rosa Alta. We tried to chew more than we can swallow. It's almost 8 p.m, total darkness for the last 2 hours, and we're still walking up. But an experience nonetheless, and it will take us some uphill time of tomorrow when we go to Choquequirao. We're still on our way to Santa Rosa. We gave up going to Santa Rosa Alta. We'll go to Santa Rosa Baja. Probably like 40-45 minutes to go. Never thought that I would be that happy to see the sign, "Welcome to Santa Rosa Campsite." Alright, we're beginning the walk of day 2 to the ruins of Choquequirao. Hashkes, how are you feeling?
Great. It's all uphill today. We are getting ready to start the day, and here is Emry trying to take down our tents.
Way to Choquequirao through Marampata, still on the uphill, just resting a little bit. How are you doing, Gael?
Good. It's been a really hard morning. We just went up and up and up, probably around 800 meters.
Here we are, arriving at the village of Marampata, where we'll have our lunch, and now we can see the view of the next valley. Oh. Came to this local village and we found those two people, and they are preparing for us a good French fries meal. Good to have it after the 900 meters ascent that we just had. The village of Marampata, where we are, and the last mountain we see in the horizon. On the other side of it lies Choquequirao, our destination for today and the main attraction of this trek.
Beautiful clear water. Look at the view. To Choquequirao, and suddenly we see this. Amazing Inca terraces.
And here it begins. We are now walking down some terraces in the lower part of Choquequirao. It is just us over here, and if you look to the side you can see more ruins and a waterfall, and again no other tourists whatsoever. So We are in the end of our second day of trekking. We are here at Choquequirao. Today we managed to do the lower part of the city. Tomorrow we'll do the upper part. So far, amazing place to be, an archaeological site with very few tourists, and it is larger than Machu Picchu. Yesterday we didn't do a sum up of the day because we were so freaking tired after walking way too long than we intended, going to the campsite in the darkness, as you all know. Today it was also a very hard day, 1,000 meters of uphill. Tomorrow and the day after will not be very different, but this is a very, very huge reward for our efforts, and I'm very glad that we got so far. Continuing on to the trek, day 3, we'll have the day to rest and explore the rest of the city. Good morning. We are in day 3 at our campsite at Choquequirao. This is the view from where we put up our tent. Very cloudy and mysterious. Yep. About at the end of the third day of our trek. Today we took it easy, rested in the same campsite and gone to explore the city of Choquequirao. We have went to the upper ruins. We saw the llama terraces, the Ushnu, the sacrificial stadium, and lots of very impressive monuments. Again, very few tourists. So this was a very good 2-day attempt on Choquequirao, luckily successful. And tomorrow looking forward to 1,000 meters downhill and then 1,000 meters uphill to the campsite of Maitzel. So let's hope we do it in good spirits and don't arrive too late. Good morning from the beginning of day 4 of our trek. The sun is shining. Eyal, what's up for today?
Today we're going to Maizal, basically going a little bit up, then another 1,000 meters down, then another 1,000 meters up. Yeah, just like the previous days.
And very soon we're supposed to pass another Inca ruin called Punchuyuk. Hope it will be pretty as this one. This is an example of more Inca ruins that have not yet been excavated. Choquequirao is full of it. Actually, it is said that only 1/3 or 2/3 of Choquequirao have been excavated.
Point where we can see the way we're going to go forward. So we're going to go all the way down to the Rio Blanco. We think it's the river down there. And then we're going to go up that snake path. Very subtle, very tall. And we're going to get to that top position where we're going to spend the night at Maizal, which is apparently a small settlement. And you can see in the background beautiful snowy mountains.
Here we are making coffee at the ruins of, how is it called?
Choquequirao, something
Choquequirao, we don't know, but very beautiful view. We are approaching Rio Blanco, which we will cross and afterwards begin our ascent. First shower in the trek in Rio Blanco. Hello, guys. This is dishwashing in the wild.
So today we had an excruciatingly long day. It started by going up to Choquequirao Pass, about a 300-meter ascent. We saw some beautiful ruins on the way, like on the side that no one excavated. Then we reached the pass and we started going down and down around I think 1,300 meters or so. On the way we saw more terraces, really beautiful, looking down to the Yanama river. Then we continued going down to the Rio Blanco. We actually had lunch there and we washed in the river. It was really fun. Then we started our ascent up. We went about 1,100 meters. Very long, very tough. And then at night we reached this abandoned camping site where we made camp. And that's where we're here now. It's a long day, but it feels good.
Good morning, this is day 5. We are here at the abandoned campsite of Maitzal. Only us and this beautiful view. This is an interesting hole. We think it might be an ancient Inca mine. So let's go explore inside. Yes, this is definitely Minas Victoria, the ancient Inca gold mines. And here the camera can't really see, but there is a man-made fence. Here you can see better. We are 10 minutes from Victoria Pass, 4,160 meters.
10 minutes.
How are you, Ashkes?
It's tough. It's shortness of breath. It's high up here, over 4,000. Haven't been over this height in 6 years.
Indeed it is. You can see how high we are. So we are about to get to Victoria Pass, 4,160 meters. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a pass, alright. This is the second part of the pass. Holy shit. I think this is the most beautiful pass I've ever seen in my life. So today we had a kind of a tough day, walking up 100 and 1,000 meters up from Maitel, where we slept last night to Victoria Pass, which was a very beautiful pass. We saw lots of snow-capped mountains. We didn't sleep very good the night before because of very strong winds, and the uphill wasn't too good either, but we managed it. Wasn't that difficult. And then it was an easy walk down to here, Yanama, the village where we're staying tonight. Tomorrow we're going to have somewhat of a similar day, going up the Yanama Pass and into the village of Totora. So the pass today was one of the most beautiful passes we've seen in our lives. Hopefully tomorrow will be kind of the same. Alright, good morning. We are on day 6, walking to Totora village. We started a few minutes before first light in order to get there early. Today we're crossing Yanama Pass, 4,600 meters, and now we're in the ascent toward the pass. Let's hope it will be beautiful like yesterday, maybe even more. Very close now to Yanama Pass. I think this is it, what we see right now. Let's continue.
So we just went up. It's very steep and narrow trail. Probably got a little off the main trail. And we rejoined the road, which goes that way and then back and forth many times. And we're gonna go up this trail. It's gonna take us through all those zigzags in the road. We're gonna get to the pass eventually. It's gonna be tough.
So behind me are the mountains that we've just seen while crossing Yanama Pass. A very beautiful place. We're gonna have lunch here and then we're gonna descend down to that valley to the mountain of Totora. Very hard climb, but as you can see, very much worth it. So what are we cooking today?
Fettuccine with mushrooms. Yeah, that's it.
And crackers
I'll have
and tuna, which is basically our whole menu for the whole trail. So Eyal, please explain your relationship with this Szechuan sauce that you like so much.
So this is kosher Szechuan sauce from Israel. I bring it onto every trek, and every trek I use it to flavor all the foods I eat. Since it could be pretty bland otherwise. And every time I taste Szechuan, it really reminds me of all my treks. So this is my tradition, I guess.
Okay, good morning. We're on day 8 of our trek. We slept 2 nights here in the village of Totora, one of the most beautiful villages we've stayed in our trek. You can see behind me a snowy mountain, on the other side a snowy mountain. Now we stayed here for 2 nights because of Yom Kippur, so since the evening before 2 days until the evening yesterday we were fasting, we didn't eat, we didn't drink, so we stayed here most of the time, which kind of sucks on the one hand, but on the other hand we got really intimate with this place and we met all those farm animals, and now we know this family of turkeys, then this family of ducks, and this family of chickens, and they also have like 2 dogs. So it was really fun staying here for 2 days and resting. And we were all with little blisters and stuff that healed by now, and we're very energized and ready to go. So today we're gonna go down and down and down that valley, 1,500 meters downhill to La Playa. Supposed to be a much easier day than the days we had before, and La Playa is our last night tenting. After that we will get to a good town called Aguascalientes where we will sleep at a hostel, so we can't wait for that. Alright, so let's get going. Alright, so we have camped for our last night in a tent. Tomorrow we are already in a hostel in Aguascalientes. We found a super cool place. Look at the view. Very nice houses and flowers and some kinds of fruit. And they also excel in making coffee, apparently, because you can also see this coffee making machine. Soon we'll try some of what they're doing. So, not a bad place to camp for the last night in a tent. Alright, so we have camped in this super cool campsite for the last night. We already put out our tent, and this place specializes in coffee, so they gave us this liquor coffee, kalua. So let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers. Emry is trying a new dessert.
Potatoes with honey. They say they are eating it also. Let's see. Oh my god. Wow, that's so weird, but it's good. Good morning from day 9 of the trek. Today we get back to civilization. What are you most looking forward to when we get to Aguascalientes today?
Reuniting with my life, obviously. That's the main thing.
So this is described as a viewpoint to Machu Picchu at the top of the mountain that we climbed today. We can't see it. Maybe it's behind this fog and clouds over there. But still beautiful. Still a good view. Alright, so from this viewpoint we can see some parts of Machu Picchu. This is what the camera is zooming on. From the camera it's hard to tell, but we can see some terraces, mainly terraces, and the mountain on the left is Huyana Picchu, which we can also see terraces on. So super cool. Today was mostly rainy until now, but now the sun has cleared and we have a good view of Machu Picchu, which we will be in 2 days. Alright, so we've made it to the hydroelectric station, 12 kilometers from Aguascalientes. From here one can take a train that will take into Aguascalientes, but we're not doing that. We're continuing the trek and we will walk alongside those rails for the next 12k until we reach our final destination. We're cooking our meal on this trek. From now on we'll eat in like restaurants or I don't know, in Aguascalientes. Yeah, that's a sentimental moment. And we're making spaghetti with mushroom soup. Good morning, we're day 10 and today we're just enjoying the town of Aguascalientes. Now, this is a small cute town, kind of reminds me of Main Street USA at Disney parks. Aguascalientes hot springs. I came in quite early, so almost nobody is here, as you can see. A very beautiful place and almost got it to myself. Good morning, this is 4 a.m. and we're beginning our hike towards Machu Picchu. We're on day 11. How is everybody feeling?
Ooh. Ooh.